Well, hello, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back. I hope you guys are doing fantastic out there. In this video, I have a brand new offering from, this is Acebeam, and this is the Defender P16. So I want to say thank you right off the bat to Acebeam for reaching out and wanting to work with me. You guys made the right choice picking me. I'm a good flashlight reviewer. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to take a look at some of the key points here. 1800 lumens, 484 meters of throw, dual tail switch design, instant strobe, and it's USB-C rechargeable on the 18650 battery itself. So it's cool because this light doesn't have any charge ports or covers or anything like that. Very, very cool. Right here on the side of the package, you can see it's a 5-year warranty, which is pretty cool. A lot of companies don't offer much of a warranty, so it's very cool that they do. Now, opening the package is very similar to a lot of the flashlights out there. It's a magnetic package, and you open it up, and the first thing that you see is the greeting. It says, "Thanks for your purchase. We always care about your using experience. Let us hear you and we will do better. Acebeam team." And then there's their email address right there on the package. I thought that was cool. As you can see, the packaging is very well. You can pull this little ribbon and pull the light out. We'll take a look at that in a second here. And then you can also see this foam insert. So like I said, this thing is packaged very well from the factory. So the first thing that you see here is a couple things. You got some warranty information right here. So the little warranty card, you can fill that out and send that in. And then the next thing that you see is the user manual. And it's a very simple user manual. There's a list of the features of the light. Here are some of the technical parameters. Feel free to pause your screen if you want to hang on to that info a little bit longer. And then here is some operations about this light. This is basically how you switch from tactical mode to daily mode. So yes, you heard that correctly, folks. This light has two different modes of operation: tactical mode and daily mode. The next thing that we see in the package here is 2 replacement tail cap switch O-rings. So very nice that they include that with the light. The next thing we see here is a lanyard. This is a high quality lanyard. Very nice. So it's probably, well, I'm guessing 6 or 7 inches long. Nice little webbing there. So very cool. And then lastly, you see the USB charging cable. So you got a USB-A, and then it's a USB-C. I'm guessing that's probably 7 inches, 6 or 7 inches. So this cable is going to be used to charge the battery that's included with this light. So let's take a first look at this light. This is the Acebeam Defender P16 tactical light. I like the way it looks. The bezel is nice. It's got a TIR optic lens in there. Smooth type reflector. Very nice build quality of this light. So looking at the tail cap, you can see that there are dual switches. You have your tactical switch and your function switch. So very nice. Now there's one thing I want to make a note of right off the bat, and it comes to this dual direction pocket clip. I like what they did here. If you unthread the head of the flashlight, check this out. You can see that they hide this underneath the head of the flashlight. So this pocket clip is not gonna come off of this light. Let's take off the tail cap switch. We'll remove the insulation film and we'll take a look at that battery. So there is our insulation film. It's a clear one, you got to take that out. And then here is their battery. As you can see right there, USB-C, and then it's an 18650 standard battery operating at 3100 milliamp hour. Let's go ahead and charge this battery. So we'll plug in our USB-C, and you can see that it illuminates red, telling us that we're charging. I really like this battery and this flashlight for that matter because it uses a standard 18650 battery. You don't have a proprietary battery like a lot of other companies like to do. And here you can see that charging is complete. We have a green indicator on the battery. So we'll disconnect from the charger. Let's take a look at the build quality. So here we're looking at the head of the flashlight, and as you can see, it has very nice build quality. And here is a look at the tail cap switch. And again, very nice build quality. Good spring. Now the body of the light is very interesting. Like I pointed out a second ago, that dual direction pocket clip is hidden underneath the head of the light. You have an O-ring here and an O-ring here, which keeps this light IPX8 waterproof. Now inside of the flashlight tube, you can see there's an indicator that tells you the orientation of the battery. Now the cool thing about this is this tube slides out of this battery tube. Okay, so it's very cool. You can see that that aluminum is very thick. Now this little silicone O-ring just goes right down into that groove, and then you can just set that in there, just like so. And that's where you put the battery in, and it's very interesting design that they have here in this battery tube. So let's go ahead and put this light back together. We'll start by threading the battery tube over the head of the light. And as you can see, like I mentioned earlier, the head of the flashlight goes over the pocket clip. That is so smart that they did that. Now inserting the battery into the light, you put the positive towards the head of the light. And again, not to reiterate, but I really like this because you can use standard 18650 lithium ion batteries. Operating this light is extremely simple. We will use the tactical switch. So if you kind of half press, you'll get a momentary. And then if you want to turn the light on, you'll just click that. Okay, from here, you push the function switch and you can cycle through the modes. So there you have low, which is 50 lumens. This will last 22 hours of runtime. Puts out 105 meters of throw and 2756 on the candela. If we push this function switch again, we'll move up to medium. This is 260 lumens for 5 hours, and then it steps down to low of 50 lumens for 8 minutes. Now before step down, we're getting 184 meters of throw and 8,464 on the candela. Push the function switch again, we'll go up to high, which is 900 lumens for 3 minutes. Then it steps down to 700 lumens for 1 hour and 45 minutes. Then it steps down again to 260 lumens or medium for 4 minutes. And then lastly, it'll step down to low of 50 lumens for 8 minutes of runtime. Now when this thing is operating at 900 lumens like you can see right now, you will get 321 meters of throw and 25,760 on the candela. Now if we push this function switch one more time, we'll go to turbo, which is 1800 lumens. It's not going to last long though, 50 seconds. Then it steps down to 700 lumens for 83 minutes. That's 1.38 hours. Then it'll step down to medium of 260 lumens for 4 minutes. And then eventually a final step down to low of 50 lumens for 8 minutes. Now when you got the 1800 lumen turbo before step down, you're getting 484 meters of throw and a very impressive 58,564 candela. Now if you're in the tactical mode, which we are right now, if you push and hold the function switch, you will get a strobe. So strobe warning for everybody out there. We're just going to push and hold that switch, and then you can see the 1800 lumen strobe, very tactical strobe. This is going to last 3 hours and 40 minutes. Again, this strobe puts out all 1800 lumens, so you get 484 meters of throw out of this strobe, and the candela rating once again is 58,564. Now if we push the function switch again, we'll go back, and then we can continue to cycle through the modes. Now the cool thing is, this light does have a memory. It'll remember low, medium, high, or even turbo. So for example, we're on turbo right now. If we hit the tactical switch, we turn the light off, and then we hit the tactical switch again, we're gonna come right back to that 1800 lumen turbo. Or vice versa, if you want the low setting of 50 lumens, turn the light off, come back and turn it on, it remembers what level of brightness you were on. Now the only difference between the tactical mode and the daily mode that I noticed is the daily mode has an SOS and the tactical mode has a strobe. Other than that, the low, medium, high, and turbo, all those settings and run times are identical. Now to change from tactical mode to daily mode, what we're going to do from having the flashlight off, we're going to press and hold the function switch for 3 seconds, and then we're going to push the tactical switch. You'll see the light will go into kind of this breathing mode. When it's in the breathing mode, if we push the function switch one more time, you'll see that it switches over to an SOS mode. From here, we have just switched the light over to daily mode. So now when you use the function switch, you'll see that it's a momentary, okay? Or if the light's on and then we hold the function switch down, instead of going into that strobe, we go into that 1800 lumen SOS mode. This will last for 4 hours of runtime. And again, because it's all 1800 lumens, you get 484 meters of throw, and again, that impressive 58,564 candela. This light is absolutely fantastic, very easy to operate. And again, if you want to switch and go back from daily mode to tactical mode, personally, I like the tactical mode, and that's the way it came shipped from the factory. It's the same thing. From off, you're going to press and hold the function switch for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, and then push the tactical switch. You'll see the breathing mode. Let off the function switch, press the function switch. You see that strobe? That's acknowledging that we have made the switch from daily mode to tactical mode. So now everything is as described before. So we want direct access to turning the light on, we use the tactical switch, and if we want direct access to strobe, we use the function switch. This light operates on a SFT 40 LED. It's impact resistant down to 1.5 meters, IPX8 down to 2 meters. Now, we talked about the battery earlier, that it uses that 3100 milliamp hour lithium ion rechargeable 18650 battery. However, I'm very impressed because you can also use dual CR123s or dual RCR123s in this light. A lot of lights don't allow you to do that because the battery voltage of those batteries, when you add them together, the voltage is too high for most flashlights. But this one, you can do that. Now, if we talk about the dimensions, we're looking at 5.17 inches by 1.26 inches at the head, and the body is 0.91 inches. If you want to go into millimeters, that's 131.2 millimeters by 32 millimeters by 23.2 millimeters. Now this weighs 108.7 grams or 3.83 ounces without the battery, but if you want the weight as you see it here with the battery included, we're 156.2 grams or 5.51 ounces. And again, that weight is with the battery. Got a little bit of water here. Let's go ahead and test the IPX8 waterproofness of this light. And as you can see, we're getting in that water, no problem. There's no charge port covers or anything to worry about because we charge on the battery itself. The other cool thing about the battery charging is you can use it on a standard battery charger. I'm cycling through the modes, and then if any time I want the strobe, I just push and hold that function switch, and we'll get that strobe. Single press of the function switch takes the light back to the previously used mode before I went onto the strobe. So as you can see, this light clearly passes the IPX8 waterproof testing with flying colors. Okay, here we are. We're on low. This is 50 lumens for 22 hours. That's 105 meters of throw. You can see that that is plenty of light, and that is the lowest setting on this flashlight. We're going to bump it up to medium. This is 260 lumens, again 184 meters of throw. And this will last for 5 hours, and then it steps down to 50 lumens or low for 8 more minutes. 184 meters of throw. Now we're looking at high, 900 lumens for 3 minutes, then it steps down to 700 lumens for an hour and 45 minutes. Then it'll step down to medium or 260 lumens for 4 minutes. And then final step down is down to low of 50 lumens for 8 minutes. Again, we get 321 meters of throw out of this high setting. Now let's go take a look at that turbo. There's turbo 1800 lumens for 50 seconds. Then it does a similar step down to 700 for 83 minutes or 1.38 hours. Then it steps down to medium, 260 lumens for 4 minutes. And then the final step down to low of 50 lumens for 8 additional minutes. Now when you see the 1800 lumens, as you see here, that is a beautiful tight hot spot and lots of throw, 484 meters of throw. Now strobe warning, I'm going to push and hold the function switch. We're going to take a look at that strobe. There's the 1800 lumen strobe for 3 hours and 40 minutes, putting out a full 484 meters of throw. That is absolutely fantastic. Now if I turn the light off and then I push and hold the function switch, we're going to switch over to the daily mode. There's that breathing. Then we'll let off the function switch and push the function switch again. Now we can see the SOS function of this light. I'm not going to go through low, medium, high, and turbo. It's all the same. But the SOS is 1800 lumens for 4 hours, and we get the full 484 meters of throw out of this SOS. So hopefully you enjoyed those night shots out of this flashlight. Well, my final thoughts on this light, I like it. It's nice working with a new flashlight company. I love the fact that this thing is a non-proprietary battery. I do wish that the light had some sort of power level indicator so that you could tell how much battery life you have remaining. Really, other than that though, I think this is an absolutely fantastic light. Folks, I want to say thank you for watching today on this video. Please feel free to leave your comments down below. If you're interested in this light, I will put a link in the description box down below of this video. Hope you guys have a beautiful day. Again, thank you for watching. And until next time, we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.